Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sanford Khan, economic consultant, business author, and speaker. Welcome to Rogue Economics. This is lesson number 15. We're moving along here. The title of this lesson is very simple. What is all the wisdom of the world expressed in one sentence? Let me repeat. What is all the wisdom of the world expressed in one sentence? Seems like a tall order to do, but it really isn't. So let me illustrate it with a simple story. We all like to be entertained by stories, so let me tell you a story. Around 1200 AD, there lived an English king who was kind of old and coming to the end of his reign. He was, as kings go, he was a fairly decent king. But he had 7 volumes of all the wisdom of the world on his shelf that he wanted to pass down to his serfs who toiled in the fields 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, had 1 day off, Sunday. If you toil in the field for 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, you need 1 day off just to rest for the whole day. Anyways, he wanted to pass that wisdom on to his serfs. But it was too much. His serfs could barely read and are too tired anyways. So he told his scribes, the head scribe, they came in. He said, take all the wisdom of the world in the 7 volumes and reduce it down, something my serfs could read, and therefore they'll always remember me long after I'm gone. Fine. Scribes went away, came back. A month later, they reduced all the wisdom of the world in 7 volumes down to 3 volumes. Good, the king said, but still too much. They can barely read anyways, and that's too much, too tiring for them. Reduce it down more. Fine. Went away, came back another month later, reduced all the wisdom of the world down to 1 volume. King said, great, did a good job, but still way too much. They don't have time to read 1 volume. They're tired, very tired. This is what he said. I want you to take all the wisdom of the world and reduce it down in the 7 volumes and reduce it down to 1 sentence. Just 1 simple sentence that my serfs, who worked very good for me, the king, well, for him, the king, will always remember. They could pass it down to their children, their children, their children, so on and so forth. And therefore, long after I'm gone, they'll always remember me. Head scribe said, Sire, that's kind of difficult to do. He said, I'm the king. I order you to do it. I think Mel Brooks said in one of his movies, it's good to be king. So they went away. Came back a month later. Head scribe said, Sire, this is all the wisdom of the world in your 7 volumes reduced down to 1 sentence. He handed it to the king. King looked it up, opened it up, smiled, and in 1 sentence said, there is no such thing as a free lunch. There is no such thing as a free lunch. All actions have consequences. The consequences could be good, bad, or whatever, but all actions have consequences. For example, federal government, U.S. federal government is handing out checks, spending money like trillions of dollars like there's no tomorrow. I think this is a free lunch because interest rates are low. They're adding to the national debt. This is called modern monetary theory, MMT. Doesn't matter how much you get into debt. Yes, it does matter. It does matter a lot because in the end you're going to have to deal with this debt. And you have to deal with it by eventually raising taxes, which will stifle economic growth. Raising taxes is deflationary. It's deflationary to the economy. The last thing you want when you have a massive amount of debt is deflation. You'll burst the debt bubble. Then you'll have disaster on your hands. Enough of this. Anyways, I'd like to encourage you to get this book that I wrote on. Let me get rid of the sentence here. Let me get it straight. Okay, there it is. A Rogue Meister's Guide to Free Thinking. These lessons are based on this book. Get it. It's on Amazon. A Rogue Meister's Guide to Free Thinking. It's on Amazon in ebook and also paperback. It's very affordable. Don't go cheap on me. Don't go cheap on me. Just get it. The ebook, I believe, is $2.95. That's not a lot of money, folks. And it'll expand your mind and your well-being. Until we meet again, I appreciate if you could pass this video on to other people. And down below is the red subscribe button. Please hit it and subscribe to my channel. I shall see you again. Goodbye now.